top 5 favorite episodes from Attack on Titan. Let's get right into it. At number 5, I honestly have a tie. I debated back and forth for 5 minutes which one's better, and I'm just gonna do both and let me explain why. Tied at number 5, we've got Savagery. So the reason that this one isn't a slam dunk 5th place over the other one that it's tied with is that we've also got Eren being so mean to Mikasa and Armin, which yes is masterful in its own way, but these are my personal favorites, not just storytelling wise. I love them, and this scene breaks my heart. But we've also got Levi versus Zeke part 2, which, let's be real, is one of the greatest moments of the series again. When he pulls him out of his Titan and he's like, oh, not again! Yeah, easily tied for 5th place, Savagery. Also tied for 5th place though, Traitor in season 4 as well. This episode is so dang good. The only reason it's not slam dunk better than Savagery is because my 2 favorite characters are Eren and Levi, and neither one of them are really even in this episode. But we do get Reiner and Annie working together in their Titan form. That is so hype, I can't even handle it. At this point, we haven't seen Annie in a long time, and she shows up. It is so good. But again, another reason it's a little bit lower is because it's so sad what they have to do to Samuel and Dawes. So anyways, that's why they're tied for 5th. On to 4th. Scream, season 2. Scream in season 2 is such a good moment. It's like our peak Eren that we've known so much, whereas these other season 4 episodes, he's no longer Eren, you know? His passionate, angsty, I will save the world Eren-ness. And then we've got a little bit of Mikasa and Eren relationship character development, which is everything to me as a huge Eren-Mika shipper. And then yeah, just when you realize that he has that power and you're still in the mystery of it all, this episode is so special the first watch through. Okay, on to number 3. Might be a little low for you guys, but remember, these are my favorites. You can disagree. Memories of the Future. Holy crap. I think one reason this one's not higher for me is because, it's really sad, but it's so sick. It's so sick. Everything starts coming into place that Eren's the one that's been doing everything the whole time, and he blamed his dad, and it wasn't even his dad's fault. That he's the manipulator. He's the one that Zeke was you and I are a product of your father. No, you're both a product of Eren. It's so good. Grisha, you finally see the full story of what happened. You get to see everything back and see that Eren sees all of it, and Grisha sees Eren. Ugh. And you get to see a Grisha apology to Zeke. This episode is so dang good. And the fact that this is my number 3 shows how insane the top 2 are to me, because this episode is all of the hype, it is. It's just a little sad to see Eren be so horrible to Zeke. I randomly like Zeke. I know that may be controversial, but I love him. Okay, on to number 2. At number 2, we've got Midnight Sun. Holy crap. I'm not kidding when I say when I first watched the show, it absolutely changed my brain chemistry. This also happens in this episode that I didn't realize until I looked this up, the What a Monster by Zeke. That just makes this episode even better. The character development that we see from Mikasa, Hanji, Levi, Eren is actually crazy in this episode. The way they fight for Armin, the way they express the differences between Erwin and Armin, and we love them both so much. It tears at your heartstrings and you don't genuinely know who you want to be saved. Then ultimately, Levi choosing to let Erwin die and picking Armin. This show, man, so good. Okay, on to my number 1, Hero. Hero is so stacked, it's kind of crazy. Because it starts with the Erwin speech repeating, which is arguably one of the greatest moments of the whole series, obviously. It has all the buildup of them just being decimated by the Beast Titan the whole time. Levi wrecking him so fast, chasing them all the way back to the wall, and not only that, Armin. Armin saves the day in this episode. This is the episode that he scorches. And then Eren gets to use his ODM gear for one of the only times in the series that he's not in his Titan form, and pulls Bertolt out of his neck. Man, this episode. This episode is genuinely a cinematic masterpiece. All of the AOT haters, how did you overlook these episodes? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, that's all. Please always remember that these are my favorites. They don't have to be your favorites. But do let me know how your list differs, because I would be very curious to know. Thank you.